Okie dokie. Now, big day for us here in remote learning because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things, long division. Long division. Now, we're going to be on page 14. It's odd because it's in like the upper right hand corner, but we're going to be doing some long division. Can't wait. And not only long division, but we're going to be talking about remainders, and I'm excited about that. Um, so the first thing I want you to do on page 14 is turn it in land. So you're going to be. It's called landscape layout here, so it's going to be horizontal. Um, because if you left it like this, all the problems would be going in the wrong direction. So there's four kind of like steps or procedures we have to follow when doing long division, and I'm going to kind of write them out as the first letters right here. So divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. And the way you can remember these four steps are: does McDonald's sell burgers? Does McDonald's sell burgers? They do. But this may help you remember the order of the steps you take when doing long division. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay. Now, this first number here in any division problem, we're going to ignore, by the way, we're going to ignore the top two problems. We're not going to do those at this point. So we're looking at this first problem here, 585 divided by 5. And again, you're going to be doing this work with me, so make sure you're writing what I'm writing in your packet as well. The first number goes in the box, also known as the dividend den, because this number right here is also called the dividend. This is the number we're dividing up. It goes in the dividend den. And we're going to divide it by 5, which is called the divisor. That goes outside. So we're going to use long division here. I know some of you are used to the big 7, but we're going to practice this method of long division because it is the most efficient. It'll get you the answer most accurately, and it will take you less steps. So the first thing we do is divide. 5 divided by 5, that goes in there once. 5 goes into 5 one time. We're going to put that 1 right above the 5. We've got to make sure to line those up because that 1 is in the hundreds place for our answer. Then we're going to multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. We're going to put that 5 right under the 5 we just divided by. We're going to subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. Then we're going to bring down. Bring down the next number. Bring down the 8. And then the process is going to start all over again. Divide. 5 goes into 8. 1 time as well. We're going to put that 1 right above the 8. 1 time, we're going to multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. Now we're going to subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. Next, we're going to bring down. Bring down the 5. Start it all over again. We're going to divide. 5 goes into 35 7 times. Put it right above the 5. 7 times 5, we're going to multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract. 35 minus 35 is 0. There's nothing to bring down, so we're done. So the quotient, or the answer, is 117. So 585 divided by 5 is 117. All right, let's try this one. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here just so you can see it better. Sorry for the camera movement. Apologize for that, but hopefully you can see that better now. So we're going to do 585 divided by 9. Now, 9 is a greater number than 5. We're going to divide the same number, as you can see. So I'm thinking our answer here is going to be a little bit less because 9 wouldn't fit into 585 as many times as 5 would because 9 is a little bit greater. So again, I'm going to put 585 in the dividend den because that number is the dividend. The divisor is 9. That goes outside. Okay. 9 goes into 5. 9 does not go into 5 completely, so I'm going to put a 0 above the 5. And I'm going to move on to 58. So now I'm looking at both 5 and 8. 9 goes into 58 would be 6. So I'm going to put a 6 above the 8. So I'm dividing. Now I'm multiplying. 6 times 9 is 54. I'm going to subtract. 58 minus 54 is 4. Then I'm going to bring down. Bring down the 5. 9 goes into 45 5 times. We're going to multiply. 5 times 9 is 45. We're going to subtract. 45 minus 45 is 0. Nothing else to bring down. So our quotient or our answer is 65, which was less than our previous quotient, which makes sense. Makes sense to me. All right, now at this point, if you want to pause and try these next two on your own, perfectly fine. If you want to do a couple more with me, well, keep watching. So for this one, we're going to put 876 in the dividend end. We're going to divide it by 3. So I'm going to write these letters here again just in case we need them. First, we're going to divide. 3 goes into 8 twice. So we're going to put a 2 above the 8. Multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down. Bring down the 7. 3, divide. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 9 times 3, 27. 27 minus 27, 0. Bring down the 6. Start it all over again. 3 goes into 6 twice. Multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. There's nothing to bring down, so there's our quotient. No remainders here. No remainders yet. Next one, we got 476. That's our dividend. It's going in the dividend end. We're dividing by 7. Can't wait. First thing, divide. 7 goes into 4. Does not. So we're going to put a 0. Now, instead of looking at just 4, we're going to look at 47. 7 goes into 47 6 times. Now we're going to multiply. 6 times 7 is 42. 47 minus 42, believe it or not, is 5. We're going to bring down the 6. 7 goes into 56 8 times, because 8 times 7 is 56. Subtract, and we get 0. Nothing else to bring down. We're set. So these 4 were similar because the 4 we just did are similar because they had no remainder. We were able to divide them completely, and there was nothing left over to divide, or no remainder. All right, so there's my quotient there. All right, let's flip the page. And this time, I believe we're going to be vertical with the paper. No, still horizontal. Nice, nice. And these are going to be some word problems here. Okay. Let's see if we got this. It should be all on the screen now. I'm just going to make sure the camera's good. All right. Ralph was shoveling snow in his driveway. Perfect. There was 673 cubic feet of snow to shovel. He could shovel 5 cubic feet at a time. How many times will Ralph have to shovel? So every time he shovels 5 cubic feet. There are a total of 673 feet to shovel. This is the dividend. This is going in the dividend den because this is the number we're dividing up. It's the number we're starting with. And we're going to divide that number by 5 because that's how many cubic feet he can shovel at one time. So I'm thinking he's going to have to shovel more than 100 times because 5 times 100 is 500, which is greater than the amount of snow we have here. All right. I'm just going to write my letters again. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. First thing, divide. 5 goes into 6 once. Multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring down. Bring down the 7. Feeling good. Divide. 5 goes into 17 3 times. Multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract. 17 minus 15 is 2. Bring down the 3. All right, back up, divide. 5 goes into 23 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Oh, we just multiplied, sorry. Subtract. 23 minus 20 is 3. Now, here's the thing. There's nothing else to bring down. We're going to think of that as a remainder. Remainder 3. And it says at the bottom, there's our quotient, 134 remainder 3. What does this remainder mean? The remainder means it really means that he'll have to shovel 134 times, and then at the end of the 134th time, he'll still have 3 cubic feet left. So he'll really have to shovel 135 times to get that extra 3 feet. What does it mean? It means Ralph will have 3 cubic feet left after, sorry if you can't see this because my hand's covering it, after 134 shovels, we'll say. So he'll need to shovel or shovel out the snow 135 shovels because he'll have that extra 3 cubic feet left. That one will be the lightest one because there's less snow on it. All right. I love thinking about the remainder. In that problem, it was the amount of snow he'd have left over at the end. All right, Gloria. Gloria has 9 cats. Ooh, that's a lot of cats. She bought 828 pounds of cat food. A lot of cat food. Each cat was given the same amount of food until the food ran out. How many pounds of cat food did each cat wind up getting? So this is our dividend. This is the number we're dividing up, so it's going to go in the dividend den. Now, the greater number does not always go in the dividend den, but for today it will. This is the amount of food she has. She's sharing that equally with 9 cats. So we're going to see how many pounds each cat would get. 9, so we're going to divide first. 9 goes into 8, does not. It does not go into 8. So we're going to look at 82. So I'm going to put a 0 above the 8. Does not go in there. 9 goes into 82 9 times. We're going to multiply. 9 times 9 is 81. 82 minus 81 is 01. Subtracted. Now we're going to bring down the 8. 9 goes into 18 twice. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. So this is our quotient. How many pounds of cat food did each cat wind up getting? This is 92 pounds. There's no remainder. So what that means is Gloria will have no cat food left over after each cat eats 92 pounds. All right, that's a lot of food. So she's splitting up the food equally. Each cat gets 92 pounds and there's nothing left over. She bought exactly enough so that each cat would get 92 pounds of food. Good for her. Good for her. She's really taking care of those cats. All right. At this point, if you want to try the next 2 on your own, you can. This last one has an additional step to it, but if you're not feeling comfortable just yet, you can try these with me. So pause it if you want to try it on your own, see what you get. And if not, you can keep going with me. So Frank made 678 brownies. Again, that's a lot. He gave half to his mother and shared the rest equally with each of his 6 brothers. How many brownies did each brother get? Okay, so seems like 2 steps. He's given some to his mom and some to his brothers. So it says he's giving half to his mother. So what we have to do, the first thing we have to do is find out how many he's giving to his mom. So he gave half to his mom. We're going to divide this amount by 2. That's going to split those in half. So mom's going to get this amount, and then his brothers are going to share the other brownies. So let's divide this up. 2 goes into 6. Divide first 3 times. Multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. Bring down. 2 goes into 7. 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Bring down the 8. 2 goes into 18 9 times. 9 times 2 is 18. And nothing left over. So his mom's going to get 339 brownies. And then the brothers are going to share the additional 339. So the mom gets half and the brothers share half, and there's 6 brothers. So we're going to divide these brownies by 6 to see how many each of the brothers get. Still a ton of brownies left here. Now we're going to divide. 6 goes into 3, none times. 6 goes into 33, 5 times. 5 times 6, multiply, you're going to get 30. 33 minus 30, oh, the lights turned off, is 3. Bring down the 9. Okay. 6 goes into 39, would be 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. 39 minus 36 is 3, and there's nothing to bring down. There's nothing left, so this is going to be a remainder 3. So what does that remainder mean? Well, each brother gets 56 brownies. There are 3 brownies will be left over. So what I'm thinking too is that if he wants to share those evenly, maybe each brother could get a half a brownie of those 3 that are left over, because that'd be enough to share with 6 people. I'll be right back. I just got to turn the lights back. All right, and I'm back. Last one. Again, you can pause and try it on your own, but there is an additional step here. Gil had 452 stamps and 313 buttons. He wanted to put an equal number of buttons and stamps in each of 4 boxes. How many buttons and stamps are in each box? All right, this is also a 2-step problem. We're going to combine the stamps and the buttons. We're going to put them into like one pile because we're going to separate these into 4 different boxes. So 452 plus 313, we're going to add those up. That will tell us how many buttons and stamps he has. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. All right, now 765. That's how many buttons and stamps he has. We're going to divide those into 4 boxes. So we're going to see how many are in each box. Whoop, make sure it's on the page. All right. So let's divide. 4 goes into 7 once. 1 times 4 is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down the 6. 4 goes into 36 9 times. We're going to multiply. 9 times 4 is 30. So, 36. And 36 minus 36, of course, would be 0. And then we bring down the 5. 4 goes into 5 once. 1 times 4 is 4, believe it or not. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So that means there's a remainder of 1. So 191 buttons and stamps would go in each box, and there'd be 1 button or stamp left over that he would have to put in one of the boxes. So one of the boxes would have 192. The other 3 would have 191. What does the remainder mean? It means 1 box has 192 stamps and buttons. The other 3 have 191. Because after splitting them up, each box would have 191, and then he'd have to put that 1 in one of the extra boxes. You probably wouldn't want to rip up that stamp and share it equally in the 4. So one box would have 192, the other 3 would have 191. Now, this is a little practice in long division. We are going to come back to this idea in class tomorrow, but I hope today, remotely, you get more comfortable with this skill that we will, again, be practicing tomorrow. So if you have any questions while you're working, let me know. But I hope you have a great day. All right, bye-bye.